to bring you topical insights in a box. Today's episode is about a theme that many of you may recognize: imposter syndrome. If you've never felt it, let me give you a description. Imposter syndrome, they tell us, imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which one doubts one's own accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as some kind of fraud. Carol, what's going on here?
Okay, well, let's take it back to 1978 when psychologists first described the syndrome. So there is a science that goes with this. What is the syndrome? Well, as you described it, it is so. And I think we have to look at, people see themselves as a fraud. They think that whenever they open their mouths, whatever they're going to say, it is like, it's not for real. If I say something, will people actually see through me? And so people are petrified that the real them, the authentic them, actually is dreadful. Well, of course, it may not be. Well, it may be, but it may not be. So, and they regard themselves as a phony. I don't know if other people do as well, but they regard themselves as a phony. And they start like wearing this mask. And whenever they go out, they put this mask on. And that mask is like, just in case I don't want anybody to see me. And it's important, Prash, to remember that this happens to people at every single level in an organization, right from the C-suite team, right through to the line manager, the employee, and right through the organization. There is absolutely no hierarchy.
I mean, it can be insidious, and so insidious that you don't recognize its appearance at all. Let's go through some quick tips, keeping to our 5 minutes. What do you have, Carol?
Okay, well, first of all, let's isolate. Let's just look at facts and feelings. Is this something that you're feeling, or is it for real? I don't know, but you do. So the question I'd be saying to a client is this fact or feeling? And they'll say, well, actually, maybe it's all about me, and I don't really see myself like that. I say, well, how does everybody else see you? Secondly, be positive. Think positively. Accentuate the positive in your life, which is the most important. And always think to yourself, it's actually, if people say, well done to you, accept the well done. You know, a lot of people who experience this syndrome actually are perfectionists. And it doesn't necessarily help them. And finally, visualize success. I'm going to say to you, what does success look like to you? How do you see success? If you're on that journey of success, where is it for you? So those are my 3 tips, Prash. What about yours?
Excellent, Carol. I'm going to build on one of yours, which is recognize that it appears by building your self-awareness. An excellent and an important quality in conscious leadership, of course, building your self-awareness and recognizing the triggers, emotional, physical, or environmental, where that imposter syndrome is starting to show up for you. Secondly, be kind to yourself. As you said, we're always making mistakes, but if we see those mistakes as learning, if we can reframe the failure as a learning opportunity, we're going to be able to rise ourselves up, which leads me to my last tip to add to this mix, which is upgrade your self-talk. Folks, we've got to rewrite our mental programs. Again, it comes down to using our self-talk in those times to make sure that we back ourselves up, and that voice of imposter syndrome will start to diminish. That's it from me. Carol, anything else?
No, that's absolutely fine. Just think of, are you a fraud? Is it for real? Is it not? And it affects everybody at all levels.
Brilliant. Folks, that's it from us. We will catch you on the next episode. And always, as always, leave us a comment or note or your tips or inputs on this subject. We'll see you on the next episode.